Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you my top 10 must-haves for new moms. My baby just turned 4 months and I guess this is sort of like the stuff that you would need as a new mom between the months of 0 to 3 months old. Now, things I'm about to show you are must-haves for myself just because they are not necessarily like needed for my son, but they are needed for me to be the best mom that I can be for him, if you get what I mean. So the first thing that's going to hit you the moment you become a mom is breastfeeding. The nurse literally latched him onto my breast like within 10-15 minutes of him being delivered. I realized that I had a power of pushing milk out of my boobs, and breastfeeding basically consumed my life for at least the first 2 months. I even made a video about the woes and the challenges that I have, so it's very important to have like good stuff. Must have number 1 is nipple cream, and I like using this just to kind of prevent it from getting very sore, because your breasts are obviously not used to the kind of action that you would get from your baby. Just use this to kind of prevent it from cracking, from getting blisters. It kind of helps to make the next feed less painful. I personally like this particular brand. I've tried other brands, but this one seems to work the best for me. I get this from Mothercare, and as you can see, it's almost finishing. So this is my second bottle that I have already. I put it on every time after I breastfeed or I pump, just so that the next feed would be a lot more bearable, and it's just kind of helped to make my nipples like healthy in a way, because trust me, your nipples do go through a lot of stuff when you breastfeed. Okay, breast pads, I have like a whole big box of this. The one that I use is the pigeon pads, and they come in little like small little cute packets like this. Again, I've tried other brands and this is the one that works the best for me. You peel off the stickers and you can basically paste it against your bra. You can paste it against your t-shirt, which I do because at home I've given up with the whole bra thing and I've just kind of pasted it on my t-shirt, and I like that it stays there and it's not like bulky that it would actually fall off from your bra or your t-shirt. So it's very absorbent. You can just wear this like throughout the whole day. I've never had any issues with the water seeping through and all that, and it's just a nice basic good breast pad really. The next thing is a good nursing bra, because you will need it if you are not comfortable with not wearing a bra around the house. So you definitely need a nursing bra, something that doesn't have wires. I am wearing mine right now, so mine is the Marks and Spencer one, and as you can see, even though it doesn't have like wires and stuff, my boobs, I don't know, I don't feel like they look too saggy even though it's not wired and fully supported. The one that I wear is from Marks and Spencer's. Where else would I get my nursing bra? It comes in like different sizes, like small, medium and large, and I got the large one. I particularly like this sort of mechanism because you can unhook the ones by the side and then you can kind of feed your baby really easily even in public, and you basically just hook it back to the straps. So straps don't actually fall off from your body, they will remain there, and then it's just really easy to hook it back up. So very convenient mechanism compared to other bras that I've seen, and most importantly, Marks and Spencer's, they have my size. So I don't know, I've actually bought a couple. I bought one from Mothercare and it was like in the XL size and it didn't fit me. So if Marks and Spencer's didn't come true, I don't know what I would have done. Last breastfeeding related item, I promise, but it's really important to have these things, is pump. You may want to get this even before you deliver, because when I was in the hospital for a longer period than I expected myself to be, and my baby, he had like very mild jaundice where they had to take him to like the sunning room, the nursery, to kind of sun him under the ultraviolet rays. So I wasn't able to kind of breastfeed him, and the nurse was expecting me to express out just kind of like doing this, and it was bloody painful, and I cannot imagine not having a breast pump. So I actually got my husband to go back home, get my breast pump, and then I kind of pumped out the milk. I have tried a couple of brands again, and this is my favorite brand. I've done an unboxing of this. It is the Spectra M1 breast pump, and I freaking love this. It comes with two pumps right here where you could actually fit into these two bottles, so it's very efficient. It makes a hell lot of less noise than other breast pumps that I've tried. It's more efficient. Like, I feel like milk just comes out a lot easier via the Spectra one, and it's wireless, so you can literally pump anywhere you want in the office or in your house even. I'm on maternity leave. A lot of my time is spent, obviously, you know, just being with my baby and breastfeeding him, and as much as I want to have like my fullest attention to him, sometimes you need a little bit of adult entertainment. That came out wrong. I don't know, you need a little bit of the outside world to make you sane. So sometimes when I'm breastfeeding him or when I'm putting him to sleep, like, I like to watch videos and stuff. So iPad mini has been like my best friend, especially when I'm all alone in the house and I've got no one to talk to. I've literally been subscribing to so many new channels, and the earphones are here because they are very important, because when you're putting your baby to sleep or when you're breastfeeding him and you're hoping that he would fall asleep while you're breastfeeding, you want to be using your earphones so you can just listen to it. So I don't know, I've got Amazon Prime here, I've got YouTube, I've got Netflix, so everything's on here, and it's just a really nice, easy way to kind of entertain or to kind of just relax yourself. Sometimes you just want a break and just watch some mindless YouTube videos. Well, not mindless if you're watching my videos, no, just kidding. Books and readings. Now, this is super important to me because similarly to what I spoke about during my pregnancy, I think knowledge is power, and it's no different when it comes to being a mom. What you would find as a new mom is that you would get so much advice, solicited and unsolicited advice from a lot of people. Sometimes it's advice, sometimes it's just comments. So sometimes they have their own style and they kind of just want to advise you that that's how it's supposed to be done, or you know, they've done their own readings and stuff. But it's your baby, it's your child. You need to have full control over what happens to your child. So in the beginning, I actually felt very, you know, confused about what I was supposed to do. I was literally alone. Like, I'm not staying with my mom or anything, so I didn't have that like motherly advice from her, but I have been reading a lot. So this book here, which my friend Irene actually gave to me, Secrets of the Baby Whisperer, was sort of my savior. I'm only halfway through it, but I really love this book. I remembered when in the first few weeks, and I was kind of alone, especially when my husband has gone back to work. I didn't really have anyone to talk to, and I was just going into almost like a depressive state, because the whole thing was just so new to me, and I wasn't used to being at home and not working and all that stuff, and it wasn't easy dealing with a baby, although my baby was very well behaved. So I read this, and I kid you not, in the first chapter I started crying, because I felt like Tracy Hogg, she was like speaking to me. I felt like she was being the motherly figure that I needed, or like the confinement person that I needed to tell me what is right and wrong. And just such a good book. I've recommended this to a lot of my friends who either just had a kid or are having kids, and I highly recommend it. It's a proper good book. So sometimes you don't have time to read like a proper book. You could pick up magazines as well, because they have a lot of little snippets that you could just digest along the way. I really like this one by Motherhood. It's a Singapore based magazine, so it's called Baby Plus. Small, it's compact, and it has a lot of small digestible readings. This is the other magazine that I like. It's called Mother and Baby. It is an Australian magazine. I get this from Kinokuniya, and again, very short snippet that you can actually read along the way. You read these things, you kind of get a sense of, you know, from a scientific perspective, what is good for your baby, you know, from a cultural perspective, what do people usually do, and then, you know, you also take in advice from people, but you get to decide what is right and wrong. Even if someone tells you to do something, you kind of have ammo to tell them that no, this is not what I chose to do. I read somewhere that it's supposed to be done like that. So you're kind of more sure about yourself basically, and it just makes it's a lot mentally easier to just be a mom. Also, if you don't have time to even read magazines, one thing, because sometimes you really do not have time and you're literally having like the baby all the time, I really like this app which is called Ovia Parenting. I've used the Ovia app throughout this whole journey. I've used the Ovia Fertility app, the Ovia Pregnancy app, and now I'm using the Ovia, what's it called, Parenting app. It's really good because it will help you to track like big milestones for your baby, like your baby's supposed to turn by now, or you know, your key milestones like is he laughing and all that. But at the same time, they have a lot of very quick and good articles that you can read to kind of just better your understanding about being a mom. Next thing is a napkin bag. You need to have a proper and good napkin bag. This is the one that I use. It is the one by Jujubee. It is the BFF convertible bag, I believe, and I freaking love it. It's super compact. It's got so many like different compartments in there. And when we first started out, we actually tried using like normal bags for the purpose of putting milk and stuff, and it did not work out. So this is my favorite. It's in all black and it's just got many compartments and I really like it. So highly recommend for you to do some research to get a good one. That is my pick. Oh, last item I want to show is this. This is my Starbucks tumbler. It doesn't have Starbucks stuff inside. I wish it had, but water. You have to stay hydrated. This for me works really well because I just fill it with water. I put a lot of ice in it. It stays cool for a good amount of period of time, and trust me, water tastes really good when you're a mom, when you're breastfeeding. So I actually have two of this around the house. I have one in my bedroom and I have one in the living room. So whenever I'm actually breastfeeding him, I make sure that I keep myself hydrated. So this is super important. Okay, I have one last thing to share with you, and it is a bottle warmer. So if you're pumping or if you're using formula, so sometimes your baby, you know, when he cries for milk, my baby is super impatient, so I always have one bottle of either, you know, expressed milk or one bottle of formula ready in the warmer. I use a Tommy Tippy one. I always have that ready, so when he actually cries, I just literally take it and feed him. So I read that bottled milk, I think you can keep it for up to 4 to 6 hours. So we don't keep it that long. He usually finishes it within like the 1 hour that it gets made, but it's just really convenient. So when he cries, I don't have to, especially if I'm alone in the house, I don't have to like, you know, stress out about making the milk and the cries will get higher and higher. I basically just go and grab the bottle from the warmer, and then when he's done and he's asleep, I make another bottle. So that's just a quick tip for you. So yeah, those are my top 10 must-haves for new moms. Hopefully some of these will be useful to you. They have just basically made my parenting journey just a lot easier, so I hope that they would be of help to you as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.